Welcome to Aman Jaiswal's YouTube channel. Today I will tell you about the playback menu in my Nikon Z7ii. To get to this menu, we have to press the menu button and then toggle between menus to reach the playback menu. We will talk about other menus in another video. The playback menu, I think, is the easiest menu because it reviews only the images that you have captured. This has the following options: delete, playback folder, playback, dual format recording, PB slot, image review after delete, afterburst show, and rotate tall. Now let's look at the delete option first. So as the name suggests, it is only for deleting your photographs on the camera. It has three options. Number 1, selected images. Number 2, images that has been shot on a selected date. And 3, all the images. Now we can delete all the images on the card while we are shooting, and I like to keep this as a default setting in my camera, but I usually delete images after I have downloaded them from my camera onto the laptop, because sometimes a good image can be deleted when I am deleting images in my camera. The next option is the playback folder. This has three options from which we can play back the images on our camera. First is the customized AJNZ on my camera, which I have customized as my own name. Second is all, and third is current folder. These options are only used to play back your images which you have taken when you press the playback button on your camera. This is on the top left side of the screen. This allows you to play back your photographs or videos that you have taken and are stored on the chip of your camera. The next are the display options. Under this, there are many sub-functions which are displayed on the screen, and they are available for you to choose according to your requirements. Information such as exposure information, highlights, RGB histogram, shooting data, overview, etc. Depending on what you have selected in this, when you play back the image, this information will be available for you or not available depending on how you have selected. Let me show you an example. Here I am selecting these three options in this folder, and when I go to the photograph and do the playback, I can see this information on the image. Now if I were to go and change this information and remove these two items, then when I go back and see the image, you can see that I cannot see any of these. The next is the dual format PB recording slot. Here in this camera you have two slots. One is the SD card slot and second is the CF Express or QXD card slot, which you can use shooting long movies, and depending on how much information you want to store, you can choose which slot has the higher memory, and you can use them to select the photographs and videographs that you have taken. The next is the image review. The image review has only three options, so you can see the image. It can be on both the viewfinder and the monitor, or it can be only on the monitor, or it can be completely off. It's up to you to choose which option you want. I usually keep it on, the first option. This allows me to see it through the viewfinder or the monitor, and is a very useful way. So the next point is the after delete option. So when we delete any photograph from the camera, this photograph will get deleted, and we would like to decide what should be shown once this image has been deleted. The three options are: it can show the next photograph, it can show the previous photograph, or it can continue as before. I usually keep it as it shows me the next photograph. The next option in this menu is the after burst. So a burst is when you take multiple photographs when you press your shutter release once. In this mode, it is very difficult for us to know which is the first image and which is the last image. So we have two options over here. One will allow you to see the first image in the burst, and second will allow you to see the last image in the burst. This way we know that we are at the starting point of the burst or ending point of the burst. The last thing in this menu is the rotate tall option. So when we take the photograph, it is usually shown to us in a landscape mode, and if you are taking some photographs in the portrait mode, you will see these images on the landscape mode, and so if you use the rotate tall, the images will show to you in the correct manner. The next option is the copy images. This option is a very easy option. All you have to tell is that from where to where you have to copy the images. So this option is used to move images from one card to the other. This is very useful because when you are on a shoot, you need to transfer data from one card to the other, because you cannot change your card in the middle of a shoot. The last option is the slideshow option. You can start, you can see the image type and the frame interval. So the slideshow option will help you decide how you want to see your images on the camera. So if you see the playback button on the top left of your screen and you press that button, you might want to see only one photograph at a time, or you might want to see photographs changing every fixed interval, or you can decide to see multiple photographs on the screen at one time. Ratings allows you to give numbers to your images so that you can decide which ones you want to keep and which ones you want to delete. This helps you in post production and makes it faster for you to decide which images do you like. Now that I have told you about the Nikon Z7ii playback menu, I think it will help you to see your photographs better. I am sure this video is also useful for you. I will be making more videos about other videos. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon so that when I upload my next video, you can get notified, and please do not forget to comment.